Don't wait for the right time. Make it right by showing up.
Sitting out by my pond one last time as I prepared for winter, and it seems to be the fish are finally, hunkered down in the deep end, preparing to hopefully survive this cold and the pond freezing over. Thinking back about like when I did this pond, and really just the journey I've been on this past year since closing the doors of Pops. And I've really just started connecting with nature. I spent a lot more time outside, taking pictures, wandering around the woods, sitting by my pond, looking into sound healing and different types of like forest therapy in a way. And even now hunting this fall, and I've obviously taken the life of one buck so far, and I'm hoping to get a couple more deer to fill my freezer. But I probably could have at least shot at, multiple deer, but I tend to sit there to observe and take it all in. And, this year I've really just been looking into just the benefits of forest therapy and tree hugging, which people tend to mock and make fun of people for being a tree hugger, but there's so many health benefits, and I'm living proof of that. This year has been probably my smoothest year in a decade, and the only change I really have made is the amount of time I spend in nature and the amount of time I slow down. And the easiest way for me to really see it, the benefit of it is, my last stint was cellulitis. Before, when I would get cellulitis, I'd be in the hospital for a week or two in excruciating pain, and to the where it negatively affects not just my liver function numbers, but also my kidney function. But now when I feel the cellulitis coming on, it's a simple day or two of rest, and I tend to be back on my feet. It's less painful, it's less inflamed, it's all less. And whether you believe in the natural power of nature and its healing doesn't really matter to me, because I'm seeing direct results of the benefit of it. And that's kind of where I'm taking everything that I've been doing, over the past decade. I think the next move is, connecting with nature more and trying to find ways to get other people to see the power in it. And even just sitting there listening to the sound of the water of the pond and the fountain, and it's so calming, it's so relaxing. So on top of the physical benefits, there's such a mental and emotional benefit. And I've made multiple posts about it, to where when life feels overwhelming, when I feel like I'm busier than I can handle, I just slow down and I sit in nature, and I'm still, and I just watch nature and watch it come to life, and realize like we are a part of it. And I know there's so many biblical connections to the power of nature and stillness. But the world we live in, we're paving over it essentially, and like we really are. But I really hope that this journey that I'm on to a better version of myself, and a healthier version, so I can, be the first liver transplant person to live 80 years. I'm going to make it till I'm 110. Sounds miserable, but like, why not? And I think a big part of that's going to be is my ability and my willingness to stay grounded, stay connected, and do the things that are a lot more natural. Obviously I'm going to listen to my doctors and do some of the things they say. But I think when we learn to combine, old ways of healing, the less, modern medicine ways, with some of the modern technologies and the modern ways of healing, is the true key to longevity, is finding that balance. And I really hope, if you're struggling with something, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, go outside, look to nature, watch the birds, ground, do the tree hugging, complete the circuit. Find ways to connect with the earth when you feel disconnected. And to so many people, it sounds corny and it's hippie stuff and we shouldn't do it, but I mean, it's biblical, guys. Like, what are we doing? Why are we constantly destroying and disconnecting ourselves from what God originally made for us all? Everything that he made is here to benefit us, but everything we made is here to distract us. And it's really just about finding that balance. And honestly, I would probably say it's not even necessarily a balance. Like, I sway more towards, the desire to be in nature and around nature. And I think that's a big part of it, is like, we are all connected. We are all one. to create this wholeness. But when we're not connected to our source, which is the earth, and everything God's provided with us through that source, how can we ever really connect with each other to the level that we need to? It's like we are all, individual batteries, trying to stay charged up and try to stay productive and get things done. But what's the best way for you to charge your iPhone isn't to some cheaper version charger from Amazon or some other source. It's to get back to its true nature and its true original charger. And if you aren't picking up what I'm laying down, that's the earth. That's our source. That's where our energy stems from. So if you feel like you're just disconnected and lost or struggling, especially as we embark on that time of seasonal depression, where everything that we have made and that we believe and created, it's to speed up and to hurry up the rush to get things done before the end of the new year, and the hustle and bustle of Thanksgiving and Christmas and this holiday season. Look at nature. What's nature doing right now? Like, what are these fish doing in this little pond I dug behind me? They're not speeding up and rushing because the year's going to end soon. It's getting cold. They're hunkering down. They're slowing down. And we are nature. But we are so out of sync because when nature's slowing down, we seem to be speeding up. Really, 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 like, listen to that. Understand that. And, like, if you are feeling off, I truly believe that's why. And even if this is a load of crap and it's just a bunch of made up nonsense, if it works for you, why wouldn't you do it? And it works for me. Like, I'm living proof. The healthiest I've been in 10 years. And the only real change has been the connection with nature and the earth and the source and God. It's worth a shot. Thank God for every opportunity and everything in our lives. And I pray that you all find your purpose and find a way to share it with the world. Love wins every time, guys. Don't give up on yourselves or anyone else.